Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Assange, your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network. Welcome back to another installment of Bodybuilding Daily, a special edition 2 weeks out from the Italy Pro Show, an Olympia qualifying show. We have 4 very exciting competitors that have announced they're going to be doing this show, and we're going to be going through all 4 of them individually for some physique updates. So if that's something you're interested in watching, definitely consider watching the rest of the video and subscribing to BNN. Starting off with Nathan Asha coming into this competitive season hot. After, from what I understand from the most recent Cutler cast with Jay Cutler, Nathan Asha talked about tearing both biceps last year. Not at the same time, but tearing them individually over I think he said a 4-month process time span. Doing that and that happening to him, taking the season off, taking that year off, and healing, having surgery done, he is coming back into competitive bodybuilding 2 weeks out from the Italy Pro Show. There's a couple different ones, but this one is the most recent one and also a new name. And when we talk about Nathan Asha, this is one of the guys that he rolled through 2 years ago. He rolled through the pro circuit in the European Tour, that Grand Prix circuit, and knocked up 3 or 4 wins consecutively. And, my question is his current physique updates as impressive as we remember? When I think about some of the people he's going to be competing against, and we're going to talk about 3 of them, I'm wondering, especially from the back shots, if he's going to be able to be as competitive as I remember him being. And frankly, I am a little bit worried. I'm wondering if he lost some size, if he just doesn't seem as sharp as he used to be. But of course, let me know your thoughts on Nathan Asha and his possibilities of being super competitive at this upcoming Italy Pro Show. One of the competitors that he's going to have to keep off is he's going to have to battle him is a sharp and improved and absolutely massive Regan Grimes. Now, Regan is well known for being one of the favorites when it comes into any of these European shows or North Africa or Middle Eastern bodybuilding shows. He's always going to be one of those guys that's going to be in the top 6 conversation. But the thing that's always been, I don't want to say plaguing, but one of the things that's always been holding Regan Grimes back from, reaching the upwards trajectory of someone like Jay Cutler. I think him and Jay Cutler's physiques are very similar, and I think they complement each other very well, is his conditioning. Regan Grimes is one of these guys that, came from classic physique, where he really had amazing conditioning and real sharp lines. He comes into open bodybuilding, puts on so much muscle mass. It's absolutely phenomenal to see him. And even these shots from the back are just super crazy good. But my worry is he's not going to be as in shape, or maybe not the right words. Maybe he's not going to be as in conditioned as he's going to need to be to beat off, I need to stop using that term, to beat someone like Nathan Asha, who is always in shape and always has crazy structure and has a crazy flow. So that is my question. That is my concern, is will Regan Grimes be in enough condition? Will he bring just enough shape and condition to beat out some of these competitors that we're going to see at the Italy Pro? Moving to the next one, one of the most exciting pro debuts in I would say the most recent decade of men's open bodybuilding in the IFBB, or any division or any federation at all, is going to be GoodVito. This guy is someone who will have some visa issues if he does qualify, so hopefully he can get on top of that very soon, a Russian native, so there's going to be some issues with visas there, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget. But he's coming into this show for his pro debut after a little injury during a posing routine in Brazil. And it looks like there's no issues there with that. My right, his left leg, his planted leg. I don't see any issues. I don't see any bumps or scarring, or I don't think there was any serious issues or serious injuries that happened from that guest posing accident. I'm super excited to see him come into this show. I think he's going to bring a lot of excitement. He's going to bring a lot of density. He's going to be probably the biggest guy on stage, bar Regan Grimes. Regan Grimes will be a little bit taller, so he's going to have just a tad bit of an advantage on him. So do keep that in mind when you're thinking about your comparisons, when you're thinking about, how are these guys going to line up side by side. If you do want to hear and you do want to see some side-by-side predictions coming into the Italy Pro, definitely leave it in the comment sections below. I'm sure we can do a Regan Grimes versus Nathan Asha side by side. We could do GoodVito's pro debut, or his pro winning show, right? His pro card winning physique. We could compare that against any of the gentlemen that we're going to be talking about in this video. All those things are up for debate. They are up for comparing on our very own Contender Series, where we take athletes side by side. It doesn't matter when or where or who, we can put them side by side and see exactly what their physiques look like next to others. And moving into the very last competitor that we want to talk about, 4 of the most exciting physiques coming into the Italy Pro so far is going to be Blessing Awodibu. Blessing Awodibu, of course. I'm just joking. I do enjoy the guy. I think he brings a lot of excitement to the Pro League. The question is, with him coming into, I thought it was the Chicago, right, or the Tampa, one of those earlier shows, 8 weeks ago-ish. Is he going to bring the conditioning that he needs to bring that perfect balance for him? Now, Blessing is one of these guys that has crazy shape, crazy structure. The proportions are absolutely wild, especially from the back and also from the front. The only issue for him is the lower body. He has what you would say he has the Brandon Curry effect from the hamstring department. They're not very impressive when you look at other people on the stage with him. I'm not comparing him to me. I am no one to compare physiques, my physique versus anyone. This is my worry. This is my concern. Looking at these physique updates, I'm not worried at all. I think this is going to be one of the best packages Blessings has ever brought to the stage, and I think he's absolutely going to be in the conversation to win this Italy Pro and qualify himself again for the Mr. Olympia back-to-back 2022 and 2023 as it returns to Orlando this November. Make sure you guys purchase the tickets and look for me at the expo, the meet and greet, prejudging, and finals at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. BNN will be there along with Danielle Willis, our lead female correspondent for all things women's bodybuilding. I'm your host, Josh Sanch. Thank you so much for watching this episode all the way till the end. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you and Totoro in the next one.